First thing I hear when I come into stream is, I forgive you, but how dare you bring this evil to my chat? Yeah, you know, it'd be that way. Thank you, Vengeful Wyvern, and welcome to stream. My siblings eat pancakes with peanut butter? Well, I hope you reprimanded them for it. Anyways, wait a minute. Where do I go for this main mission? I got caught up in talking to chat. I was literally just stunned at the concept of eating dry pancakes. Oh, she's up one floor. Okay. Gotta go back this way. I won't take any criticism on my food eating habits from the world's pickiest eater alive. That's fair. Honestly, completely fair. Tara, welcome to stream as well. I just saw you in chat. I live in Germany. We don't really do syrup here. Is syrup just not a common thing in Germany? That's crazy. Learn something new every day. It never occurred to me that there would be places in the world that are like pancakes and waffles are still a thing, but syrup is just not common. That's crazy. We just don't buy syrup in Europe? Really? Lone Wolf, can you confirm or deny? We also make thinner pancakes. Oh, does Europe just have thinner pancakes than what I'm used to? It probably, if the pancakes and waffles were thinner, it probably wouldn't be as bad if they were dry. But whenever I have pancakes, they're thick. Thick, with like 3 C's. Hello.
Sorry.
Excuse me, man, I have some bad news. Your son is friggin' dead. It's your son.
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do? Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Right.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work. Whew, man, this is,
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Man, they really did find a way after all of the other realms we went to. It really did. I'm amazed at how effectively, like, this game starts based on, like, hey, look, an entire race is enslaved and they are beaten and forced to work every day and they're killed if they just try and resist. They took that and they actually progressively made it worse every single realm. Like, it got worse for the slaves as they went on. Like, you would think after seeing everything that was happening in Calaglia, you'd be like, man, this is the worst your life could be. But it actually, like, in the second realm, it was all of the, like, not only are you a slave forced to work, but also your own people will betray you. When you got to Dohalim's, you were like, oh, this one actually seems like okay, like kind of nice. I mean, slavery's still bad, obviously, but like it could be worse from what we've seen. But then you learn that the people are literally, their bodies are becoming matterless or whatever, or without astral energy, and they're dying by turning into puddles, which is even worse. Then you get to the fourth realm, and that's still happening, but in an even, like the whole thing that was happening at Dohalim's, but in an even worse way and a worse rate than before. And then you get here, and you're just like, ooh, man. That is, this place takes the cake.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Good guess by Dohalim. Good guess. Do I need healing or anything? I mean, we're a little low on HP, but we're good on CP, so we're good to go. Hi there. Hey.
Yes.
I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Farewells, words. I need a drink of water. Ah, that's better. Not really. How could we have such things on Dahna? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send the remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dahna? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. You mean to tell me that whenever a Renan dies, they shoot them into space? That's gotta be so... Like, imagine all of the spaceships you have to make. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Dahnans. You really think we're gonna ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Rinwell, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renas did to us. Shouldn't that say Renans? Tell me, Alphen, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you two. Alright, now listen. Rinwell, I get it. Stuff is rough, but Dohalim's not trying to make you live like him. It's totally fair to be like, you know, maybe you should do like a... Like, you always gotta jump down my man Dohalim's throat. He's just trying to help. If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all into Okay, now this is too far. No, Rinwell, you gotta go sit down. Someone ground Rinwell, put her in timeout. That's enough. No more. Lenegis could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. No, wait a minute. No, I'm sticking up for my boy Dohalim. Rinwell is the one fighting among themselves. She is in the wrong here. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. Yeah, Rinwell! I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, and it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest. It's nice of you to apologize, and, like, let me be straight here. Dohalim probably could have come across it better in some way. I don't think Dohalim did anything wrong in the last, 3 minutes. Personally. Of course, again, it's easy for me as an outsider not to see it from Rinwell's perspective. I get it that she has a rough time. But, you know, she was right to be a little upset, but she was totally in the wrong to bring up the hollowing. That was way too deep.
I'm afraid not.
Rinwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Dohalim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too.
Rinwell.
Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Huh? Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too, then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Dahnan way.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all you, my son is at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Yo,
However
level
you
5?
managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
I am upset that more people didn't come to Dohalim's defense. Was he completely blameless? No, not really, you know.
Judging by the stench.
Yeah, the animals, whatever.
I'd say the
No,
animals at the
because
ranch are
obviously,
all
the
grown
Renans
now.
have done a lot of bad stuff to the Dahnans over the years. But was Rinwell way more out of line? Absolutely she was. Come on, man. Now I need to know, Chaos, what's a weird food combo you like? I don't think I have any. I'm a very picky eater, and I eat as if I was 13 years old. I I don't think I have a weird food combo that I really like. When I was really young, like 12 and younger, I don't remember exactly when I stopped, but when I was really young, I would eat ketchup sandwiches. Literally just 2 slices of white bread, like get some ketchup on them and then make it into a sandwich. But I mean, that was when I was like a literal child. But I don't think there's any like food combination that I like that is weird. Easy question, what's on your pizza? Nothing, because I don't like pizza. Let's have this skip.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have 1 or 2 things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Good job, Law. Good job. What a lad. We love him. Pretty sure we've all had ketchup sandwiches at some point in our lives. Oh, is that like a normal thing for children? Good. That makes me feel better. I didn't know if it was a thing that like was unique to me. I knew that some of my friends when I was like a kid had also done similar. But I was wondering if it was just like, I don't know, maybe something weird that happens in my area or like, you know, South United States kind of deal.
Are you tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Good old Hoodle. Where do I need to go now? Oh, rest at the end. All right, easy. Could also go fight that Zulu, though. Well, let's rest at the end and get our HP and all back and see where the story takes us. Then we'll look at knocking out more of these side quests.
Just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
Yeah, we've also been, like, it's been over a month since we were last at any of the other 4 realms. We should really go see what they're up to and make sure that things are still fine, you know?
What?
That was ominous. Oh, is Lenegis coming down?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Oh, Lenegis is a giant death space laser. What?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dahna.
Not just into Dahna, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dahna is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renan top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cislodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
So that lady
That
in
must
red?
be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dahna, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For
Yep.
now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Let me talk, please. So, oh my goodness, you can actually see that up in the sky now. That's insane. Oh boy. That's some chaos up there. But, so that lady, like, showed up with the other lords leading up to Valoran? Or Volaron, whatever is it, Valoran? Volaron, whatever his name is? But Dohalim never noticed her, ever? And it seems like Shion didn't notice her either up until the very end when they both noticed her. So maybe, like, Renans just can't see her for some reason, because those are our 2 Renan party members? And so, like, none of the lords ever knew that she was just sticking around watching what they did? I bet Volron, I wonder if he never even was able to see her either. That's crazy. I never noticed. I didn't think she had shown up until Volron's right there. I guess I must be Renan, chat.